All right, here we go.
I mean, both of these players, of course, they are playing Snake Eye to Snake Eye. There are differences in their list, however, so the way that they play are going to be a little bit different.
We also don't know what the penalty situation on Christopher is, but we have seen that Paolo's gotten slow plays before. So we might see him playing at a faster pace out of the gate, just to make sure that he doesn't get another one in the finals.
So we get a Bonfire activated and a pass turn on that Bonfire after it was hit by an Ash Blossom Joyous Spring. What a crazy counter, but that was a good call. Good call. Sometimes that Ash Blossom might not be enough, but Bonfire as the opening play could telegraph that, hey, this might not be my strongest hand.
Yeah, I do feel like Bonfire is usually saved for later. So unless it's, a fake out.
Oh, so on the Snake Eye Ash summon, on the effect, that's going to be met with an effect failure, negating the effect of that Snake Eye Ash. That's going to be met with a follow-up of Wanted. Wanted follow-up, getting the DFL Star, the Black Witch, into hand. And that's eventually going to lead to a follow-up of hopefully getting into that original Sinful Spoil Snake Eye. Unless the card's already in hand, we're going to see how this follow-up is going to play out. So Diabell Star sends away the other Diabell Star, the Snake Eyes Diabell Star.
And that's going to get hit with Ghost Mourner.
Yeah, the disruptions from hand are strong, and we are met with
the Temple next.
Temple is going to be placing one of those Snake Eye cards into the Spell and Trap zone. So even though Paulo may have passed turn, that just reveals that, hey, his hand's just full of disruptions, much more defensive cards. We're going to use the Temple. Temple can put back stuff in the graveyard as well into the Spell and Trap zone as a continuous spell. And it seems like Christopher's getting ready to put that Snake Eyes Diabell Star.
Looks like he wants to swap it with the Ash.
Yeah, that's a really good swap. I mean, not a lot of monsters are able to kind of just jump themselves out from the Spell and Trap zone, and Snake Eyes Diabell Star is one of those monsters. It's a gigantic Poplar, is it not?
Oh, yeah.
And the monster in the background?
It's engorged itself, with the power of the Sinful Spoils.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to activate, but Ghost Ogre and Snow Rabbit destroys it. That's 3 different forms of interruption. And it's fortunate that he drew 3 different ones as well, because those are all once per turns.
So we're going to take 19 with the attack from Snake Eyes Ash, and then Diabell Star, the Black Witch, is also going to be attacking for 25. All the other monsters are negated, however, so we're going to see if there's any sort of follow-up. And if we are going to be going into the extra deck, that is going to cause Chris to take a little bit of damage.
It looks like Chris is playing pretty quickly as well. And in fact, both players have slow play warnings already. So you might just see a generally fast pace of play here to avoid.
So there is damage going through the Ghost Mourner. Was there a Ghost Mourner? I believe there was.
Yes.
There is damage
Ghost Mourner
going.
Should take out 25 for the Diabell Star.
Yeah, that's life points that they need to keep track of. It's very important because every life point counts here. And the SP Little Knight has banished the Snake Eyes Ash so that it cannot be used against Chris himself, because there's the opportunity to perhaps go into a Hita summon and use your opponent's cards, basically sharing your opponent's cards with them. But Paulo proceeds to set a card and pass turn back to Chris. Very defensive. Now we're going to Bonfire once again. However,
that's tough, having to pass right back.
I mean, it's the nature of playing that many disruption from hand. That type of defense, it sometimes might not get you the engine piece, and that's going to lead to the Snake Eye Ash being normal summon. And
it looks like he's done for this game. Yep, that's
fix it up
first, despite having lost the die roll.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like we've mentioned earlier that, hey, even if you lose the die roll, you still have a chance. Just don't give up. Play through it. Play it out. And tech your decks to the point that where you can play to go second. Paolo starting off with a Poplar summon, not the most ideal of Snake Eyes summon. Snake Eyes Poplar, normal summon effect of Poplar has gone through. Now, it's very dangerous to assume that, it's not a good summon. They can perhaps not have a strong follow-up. But you have to remember, there's a lot of mind game that goes into each play that these players make. They're very strong players for a very good reason.
Goes straight for the original Sinful Spoils.
And there is going to be no response. We haven't seen a single drawn Lockbird against these particular matchups this whole weekend.
I haven't really seen a whole lot of the disruptions other than the effect negation ones.
Yeah, a lot of Ghost Mourners. Ghost Mourner is definitely one of the more popular ones
That's
this
probably
weekend.
the one I've seen the most of.
And we are going to get the original Sinful Spell Snake Eye hit by an Ash Blossom Joyous Spring. And that's also going to be met with a new chain of Snake Eyes Poplar being put into the spell and trap zone.
Pops right back out of the graveyard.
The turn is not looking too strong right now for Paolo.
Next up, he does have a follow-up, and it's Triple Tactics Talent.
He's going to go for the draw too. That's really strong. I would have to say that is very, very strong. And you may be able to dig into one of the spell cards that can help you get the follow-up.
Wanted here. Things can keep on going. Bonfire's not going to be quite as good because you had to use that normal summon already.
Wanted was probably definitely one of the best cards. We're going to have Paolo set 2 cards. And we're going to check and pass turn. Paolo definitely having a bit of a struggle this turn to get the engine started. We haven't seen the Flamberge stuff. We haven't seen the extra deck touchdown onto the field yet. And we're going to start off with the Wanted.
He's got Wanted again.
Does he have enough? Oh, maybe he drew into another Triple Tactics Talent from the Tactics. And Tactics into Tactics is definitely not a thing you want to see.
You know, the last time we saw that, it didn't end well.
And Wanted, Seeker of Sinful Spells. Resolve got the Black Witch, which is Diabell Star. Three in hand for Paolo. Of course, post side, the Spell and Traps, those things that are face down.
Yeah, those could be real.
Yeah. There's been a certain card that's been rising in popularity based off of the patterns I've been seeing in most people's side deck. It can make a very significant difference. We're going to start off with Diabell Star, throwing away the Triple Tactics. That's going to be a special summon that's going to result in the activation of Diabell Star.
Unless he's got a Solemn? Is he thinking of Solemn again? No, he's going to use Metatronus.
Wow!
Metatronus. So this is a new card. This is a new card.
Yep.
And essentially what it does is you'll target one of your opponent's monsters with it, and you get to summon something that matches the basically the statistics of it. I think it has to be 2 or more of the basic statistics of it. And then if you got the same monster, you can banish them both face down from each field.
And I believe it also negates that monster too. So the Diabell Star, they banish each other's. It's like such a powerful card. This is one of the new cards that were introduced from Legacy of Destruction. I'm glad it's seeing play. It's a quick play spell after all, so it can be useful in either place. And Paolo gets a turn back.
Yeah, so this is a great card because it both gives you a negation and a removal in the same card, so you don't have to spend one of your other resources on it.
That card has been picking up in popularity around my area. And now we get to see it on the premier stage.
Yeah, it thrives specifically in a format like this.
Mirror matches, for sure.
Where you're going to play a lot of mirror matches. I like it better than Lullaby of Obedience as well. I don't really like Lullaby.
Yeah, that's the other card that, could have seen a lot of play. I mean, it was very popular during the post-Phantom Nightmare days. We're going to see a normal summon of the Poplar once again, the second copy.
Yeah, this one's going to get hit by Effect Veiler.
This is a tough spot to be in. Can Paolo extend past this? He has a spell card in hand. It's likely going to be a Triple Tactics Talent. He still has another copy after I believe he drew into another one. He's going to be checking
this
the
time
hand.
He's going to check and look. Nibiru
Wow!
Ghost Mourner. So that's incredible information to have.
But even with that information, based off of Paolo's hand, will he be able to kind of capitalize and generate a board from this particular position? Is he able to summon another card? Is he stuck under the current cards?
I assume that he thinks that he can. Sending back the Nib indicates to me that he has more plays to make, and more plays that will get around specifically the Mourner. But
Is it
we'll
the
see.
right tempo, or we're going to go to battle phase? I mean, we're going to have to check every part of this game. The graveyard. We're going to battle phase. We're going to be attacking with the Poplar.
Yeah, maybe he doesn't. Maybe he just really didn't want to see Nibiru in there.
Did I cut? I don't remember. I did?
But we are going to main phase 2 next,
Well,
and that's it.
it's going to relate to the one card. He's going to be top deck, an Infinite Impermanence just drawn into hand. This is not looking too good. I think this time it's Chris's turn to have too many disruptions, too many defensive cards.
Well, if he's only taken, not much at a time from Poplar.
I mean, this is it could tip over at any moment. Snake Eye Ash, normal summon. This is a big play. Will this effect resolve? And even if it doesn't resolve.
Well, the first question is, did he activate Snake Eye Ash right here?
Oh, Chris picks up 47 minutes to play out this one final game. Will it be enough? Okay, it seems like Chris has a very strong start in his opening hand. Oh, you gotta play quickly. Both players with slow play warnings. Got to be very, very careful.
Yeah, we may not be lacking for starters this time around.
Yeah, we got the Wanted. Wanted has added the Black Witch into hand. No response on the follow-up. I'm not sure if that was like a draw phase or main phase. I guess
I would assume you just do it in the draw phase, just in case.
sometimes there's the merit to, enable your copy of Triple Tactics Talent just so you can get a hand rip, maybe you can full combo, or even minimize. Like, check out their hand. You know exactly what line they can make, and just go for a minimalistic line to just counter that play instead. But we're gonna
Starts by pitching Skill Drain to summon Diabellstar.
That is the card that's been very popular in Snake Eye player decks this weekend. We've seen it multiple times on stream, I believe. And being able to turn off your own skill drain, locking your opponent on a skill drain, it's really, really strong.
Infinite Impermanence is there, but he's got the Crossout Designator to play past it.
Oh!
And Paolo has the Effect Veiler to go one further.
And that is going to be committing a lot of resources for a whole lot of nothing. But we still got the monster on the field, which is going to be the Diabellstar. But without the access to the original Sinful Spell Snake Eye, I'm not sure if we're going to be seeing a Snake Eye monster come out. But
I think he needs one more monster.
yes, he does need one more monster. He's going to be setting a
doesn't
card
have it.
and
He's setting one
passing.
card. No normal summon, but he's had Wanted each game.
Mm-hmm.
All right, Paolo's up. Very gingerly drawing that card.
Mm-hmm. Does he have the proper start to play out of this current situation? I mean, their hearts must be racing at this point.
Especially with all the awkward hands.
Yeah, it's not like we've seen like, oh, I have Snake Eye Ash plus the follow-up plus
Starting with
Bonfire.
Temple. Starting with Divine Temple.
Divine Temple is going to be placing. Is it Snake Eye Ash that we're placing? So that we can get a start. Is it Poplar to get the additional card if there is an additional summon?
You see he's really stressing over this one.
He needs to think about it. I mean, this is a difficult decision to make. So much on the line. The title, the prize card. Another win on your belt.
He's thought about it. Now he's going through the deck to look for the card.
He's picked it up. Going to be a Poplar. Poplar has been placed into the Spell and Trap Zone as a continuous spell card. We're sending that away to summon out Diabellstar. Diabellstar to beat Diabellstar. Chainlink 1, Diabellstar. Chainlink 2 is going to be the Poplar. Chainlink 3 is Skill Drain. That's going to be 1,000 life points. We're going to chain to that Skill Drain.
What's he going to chain? Crossout Designator on Skill Drain.
Did he side in his own copies? That's what both players played Skill Drain in the side deck. I mentioned it earlier, and now we're going to see the effectiveness of Crossout. It's just like when you have a mirror match like this.
Yep, there it is.
That is going to re-enable that Diabellstar, negating the Skill Drain for the turn. we're going to be able to set onto the field original Sinful Spoil Snake Eye. And Poplar is going to be placed back onto the field.
Now we're in business. This is the first starter card that I think's resolved properly all match long.
Yes. Now remember, that Poplar was placed onto the field via this field spell first, so Poplar
able
will
to come back.
That's right. And that's going to be able to pay cost.
It won't be able to come back again, though.
No, this is, for this turn, this is the last time it would come back as a spell and trap card, or as rather, a continuous spell card. Now, I think the ball is in Paolo's court to try to finish it up. We're going to send away the Poplar with the original Sinful Spoil Snake Eye. Oh, what a tight situation to be in. He does not know Chris's card in hand. It could be a one-card difference. Which one are we going to be going for? Is he going to play it safe here? If he goes for Ash, there's no point really going for the Poplar unless you just want the Poplar body. But he also has not committed a normal summon yet, so whatever they adds into his hand could just be used immediately as well.
It is
for the normal summon.
The Ash
is he going to go for
effect.
He's going to go for Poplar. Poplar has been summoned onto the field.
Now this is the other effect that hasn't been used. This is added to hand. Can special summon it out of the hand.
That's right.
And we haven't used the additional ability yet either, because this is the first time it's actually summoned the field. In both other cases, it was turned into a spell or trap.
That's right. He still has the option to normal summon. I don't think a normal summon was committed this turn. Gotta calculate every little step here, but luckily in the graveyard there isn't a lot of interaction as Chris never got to tap into his extra deck. Now, we're gonna see Ash effect. It seems like he's pointing to it. He's gonna use it and pay cost for the Poplar and the Ash. And it is successful. Oh no. Or rather for Paulo, it might be, oh yes, we're going to be digging into the next card, which is going to be Flamberge. We have two monsters on the field that opens up the link plays already and generating even more monsters onto the field.
Okay.
But Paulo still has to be very careful. He does not know Chris's card.
He only needs 1,500 damage, though. So even another level 1 monster with the boost from Divine Temple, after pushing away the Diabellstar, would be enough.
Yep.
So he doesn't have to go too crazy here.
We're going to be pushing away the Diabellstar. Are we going to perform a Link Summon? It seems like we might be. Or are we attacking? No, we're going to be going into a Link Summon.
Yeah, I think you have to take this opportunity presented by the cross-sell and just try to win it here.
Otherwise, that skill drain turns back on. We're going to go into a Nightmare Phoenix. This is going to be Chain Link 1 on the Flamberge. Flamberge is going to summon back the Snake Eye Ash and Snake Eyes Poplar.
That's, what, 3 1900s?
19 and I believe
It's a little less for Poplar.
a little less for Poplar. We're going to continue. We're going to go Promethean Princess. Promethean Princess can summon back the Flamberge. We can actually keep on going. So far, 27 and the Poplar.
Oh, yes.
I mean, he's got nothing in his graveyard.
Yeah, not when
worth
there's
looking at there.
when there's nothing in the graveyard. It's a pretty safe time. We're gonna summon back into the Nightmare Phoenix. Oh, it could be a Zelantis play. We're going to Raging
There is the
Phoenix,
Phoenix.
and that's going to go into the graveyard right away. And
Phoenix becomes Zelantis.
And this is the final moment.
Battlefields.
Battle phase has been called. And he
And it's
offers
it.
a handshake.